Hello everybody, I am Triveni Sureshbabu, Senior Trainer of Skillzenith Consulting. Today let us discuss about Karnataka State Board Class 10 Social Science, that is Sociology Unit 1, Social Stratification Part 1. Before going to the lesson, let us learn about the meaning of sociology in brief. Sociology is also a branch of social science which studies about the social behavior of human being in the society. All social aspects of human being will be studied in sociology. In this unit, we will learn about social inequality, that is, inequality exists regarding education, gender, profession, income, etc., opportunities and others. Next, social stratification, meaning untouchability, how it is a social problem in the society. What are the legal steps taken to eradicate untouchability? In this video, we will learn about social inequality, education inequality, and gender inequality. That are different types of inequalities existing in the society. Some people in the society will occupy upper strata and some will be at the lower strata of the society. The fact that people are stratified or divided according to various qualities. Now, how the society is divided on the basis of gender, that is male and female, caste, different caste, profession, class and race is the proof of social inequality. So, that means social inequalities exist among the different genders, different castes, different professions, races, etc. The social inequalities are income sources. First one is income source. Income also creates, or income sources of the people in the society also creates inequality. Some will get good income or higher income. Some will get lower income. Education and professional opportunities. Some people in the society are highly qualified, some are not highly qualified, and different people will occupy different professions in the society. Some will have inferior occupations or the positions, and some will not have health facilities. Some are provided with the good health facilities. Political representation. Even though India is a democratic country, all the people cannot represent government, or political equality is not there, and participation is also not there due to sufficient economic sources. Some people can represent the government and some will participate in the government activities, and some may not be able to participate in the government affairs. This means the social inequality is the result of already present unequal social opportunities. I told you already, different people are given different opportunities in the society based on education, income, etc. This is continued by providing unequal access to materials. Some will get good materials or they will have easy access to get comforts and luxuries. Resources, some will have good resources. Income, I have already told you that some people are getting sufficient income, some are not getting lower income. Opportunity is also not equal in the society. Recognitions and status. So recognitions and status in the society are always based on the stratification. If people are occupying good status in the society, they will be recognized. They are given good respect and status in the society. For example, by neglecting the social service sectors like public health system, public education, and social security, the life of the poor is made difficult. Always in the society there are rich people and poor people. What happens? There are some service sectors, public sectors antana ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ, service sectors. Service sectors are the different departments which are providing services to the people. ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ ನಿಮಗೆ ಪಬ್ಲಿಕ್ ಹೆಲ್ತ್ ಸಿಸ್ಟಮ್ ಬರುತ್ತೆ, ಪಬ್ಲಿಕ್ ಎಜುಕೇಶನ್ ಬರುತ್ತೆ, ಸೋಷಿಯಲ್ ಸೆಕ್ಯೂರಿಟಿ, ಇವೆಲ್ಲ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, ದ ಪೂರ್ ಪೀಪಲ್ are not getting sufficient services from the public sectors. Only the moneyed people or rich people in the society will get the opportunities and they will get all the services. So when only rich people will get the services from the public sectors, life of the poor is made difficult or miserable. Life of the poor is very difficult in the society. This allows the assimilation of wealth in the hands of very few. This is not a new thing. Whenever, even when we look at the previous society or ancient society or primitive society also, wealth was always accumulated in the hands of few people, only rich people. ಅವಾಗ ಜಮೀನ್ದಾರ್ ಸಿಸ್ಟಮ್ ಇರ್ತಿತ್ತು. ಮತ್ತೆ ವೆಸ್ಟರ್ನ್ ಕಂಟ್ರೀಸ್ನಲ್ಲಿ ನೋಬಲ್ಸ್ ಅಂತ ಇರ್ತಿದ್ರು. ಪೀಪಲ್ ಹೂ ರೆಪ್ರೆಸೆಂಟೆಡ್ ಗೌರ್ಮೆಂಟ್, ಪಾಲಿಟಿಷಿಯನ್ಸ್ ಆಗ್ಬೋದು, ಇವನ್ ಇನ್ ಇಂಡಿಯಾ MLAs, MPs, cricketers, film actors. There are different types of people where the wealth is accumulated in their hands. There are some people where they are not at all getting sufficient income in the society. This creates greater social inequality in the society. The increase in economic growth and the GDP have led to the creation of millionaires and billionaires. Gross domestic products ಅಂತಾರೆ, produce ಅಂತಾರೆ. See what has happened nowadays, there is quick economic growth in almost all the countries. Countries are very particular in becoming economically strong. So when there is more and more opportunities for the production and growth of industries, education, technology, etc., it has created millionaires and billionaires. People are becoming rich and rich. Those who are getting good education, good profession, status in the society, participation in the politics, they have all led to the millionaires and billionaires. But the neglect of the food and social security, of caste income and sex-based discrimination makes one to understand the inequality present in the society. Some people are always enjoying in the society, but some of the people in the society are neglected. They are not getting sufficient food. They don't have social security. Caste difference is there, income difference is there, and there is sex-based inequality in our society. Male are always considered superior than the female. Girls are not given so much of importance even today in some of the families. So here we have to, so that is why it has created greater social inequalities in the society. See, education and inequality. Why your parents will always stress the point that you should study well, you should get good marks and all, because education makes a person completely different from the uneducated. If you get good education, you will get a good position in the society and you will get good income. Vidya dadati vinayam, vinaya yati patratam, patratvam dhanvapnoti, dhanadharma tatasukam antare. Even in Vedas, education is given much importance. Education idre nimge ಒಳ್ಳೆ ಇನ್ಕಮ್ ಬರುತ್ತೆ, ಇನ್ಕಮ್ ಇದ್ರೆ ಒಳ್ಳೆ ಪೊಸಿಷನ್ ಬರುತ್ತೆ. ವಿನಯ, ವಿದ್ಯೆ, ನಿಮ್ಮ ಪೊಸಿಷನ್ ಆಲ್ವೇಸ್ ಗೋಸ್ together. Education is a special structure that brings in equal opportunities. So if there is a society where all are educated, there will be equality. There will be openings and social justice in human life. So that means you will get greater opportunities for all the things. You can come up in the life. You will get so many good positions. You can select a job of your own and you will get social justice also. When education is there, it makes a man completely different in the society. The government should provide education to all children. So this measure should be taken by the government. Government should play a major role in providing education to all the children. The social justice aspect of education can be seen in the directive principles and the preamble of the Constitution of India. See, I have already told you that directive principles are the guidelines. They are given to both the state and the state government in running the machinery of the government. For the smooth working of the government, certain instructions have been given by the Constitution. Preamble means munnodi. At the beginning chapter of the Constitution only, under Article 39, it is said that providing social justice and welfare of the people is the duty of the state government. So it is the duty of the state government to provide equal opportunity, social justice, and it should deal with the welfare of the people. That means welfare measures should be taken by the government to provide social justice, education, etc. But after the 86th amendment means tiddupadi. Namdu flexible. Our constitution is flexible. Why means the situation always will not be same. There will be lot of changes. Society is not stagnant, it is dynamic. Changes will be taken place always. That is why our constitution is flexible. Amendments can be done. ತಿದ್ದುಪಡಿ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ. So after the 86th amendment to the constitution, article 21A says free and compulsory education to all children between 6 and 14 years is fundamental right of the children. So the article 21A stresses the point, or it gives more importance for the free and compulsory education for all the children from the age group of 6 to 14 years. It is considered as a fundamental right. Article 45 says all children under 14 years should be provided with free and compulsory education. So again, 45 article also says that all the children within the age of 6 to 14 years should get free and compulsory education. That state government should pay more value, or it should give more importance for the education of the children. The Article 19 says that the right to speak and right to express one's own opinion is the fundamental right. Here is a democracy. We have the right. You have already studied. Rights and duties are the two faces of the same coin. We enjoy right. At the same time, we should discharge duties also. Fundamental duties are also there. So according to fundamental rights, Article 19, every citizen in India have the right to speak. Freedom of speech anta ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ, and right to express one's own opinion. You need not listen to others as it was happening in the olden society. Rich people ಏನು ಹೇಳ್ತಿದ್ರು, rulers ಏನು ಹೇಳ್ತಿದ್ರು, so blindly people were accepting the opinions. But days have been changed. Now you can express your own opinion. It is also considered as one of the fundamental right. Similarly, in the same way, it is the duty of the constitution to protect the welfare of the opportunity less minority children. That means constitution should aim at protecting the welfare of the children who are not getting sufficient opportunities and who are considered as minority children. The children who are not getting opportunity, or not, less opportunity, or they are not at all getting any opportunities. It is a duty of the government to deal with the education of such children. Article 29 provides for the protection of cultural rights of the minorities. Culture, India is a country where we have vivid culture. India is always known for that, because India is a rich country, culturally a very rich country. Each and every state of our country is having their own culture. So Article 29 says that if minority people are there in the society, their cultural rights should be protected by the government. And Article 30 says that so minority people, they can establish educational institution. So firstly, their cultural rights should be given to the minorities, should be protected, and they should be allowed to start educational institutions. In India, many community people have come forward to start so many educational institutions. There is no caste bar. So anybody who is interested in providing education for any minority class or any class of the children, they can start educational institutions. Article 46 clearly expresses that it is the duty of the government to support the education interest of SC and ST, that is scheduled caste and scheduled tribes. Again, article number 46 says that it is a duty of the government to support the educational interest of even SC and ST. So scheduled caste and scheduled tribes. Now the time have been changed. All children belonging to all the tribes and all the castes are getting equal opportunities. In spite of that measures taken by the government also, many children are deprived of educational right. It is the duty of the state government to look to the welfare of such people or such children belonging to SC and ST. The Supreme Court's decision to understand the right to life of Article 21 from education perspective is an important one. Perspective means view, ದೃಷ್ಟಿಕೋನ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ, ದೃಷ್ಟಿಯಿಂದ. Even Supreme Court also gives the decision and it says the right to life of Article 21 from education perspective is an important one. Even Supreme Court will uphold the idea that education should be given to all by declaring school education as the basic right. ಬೇಸಿಕ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಫಂಡಮೆಂಟಲ್ ಅಂತಾರೆ, ಮೂಲಭೂತ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ. ಎಜುಕೇಶನ್ ಇವಾಗ ಮೂಲಭೂತ ಹಕ್ಕು ಮಕ್ಕಳದು. ಪೇರೆಂಟ್ಸ್, ಗವರ್ನಮೆಂಟ್ ಅಂಡ್ ದ ಚಿಲ್ಡ್ರನ್ ಶುಡ್ ಆಲ್ಸೋ ಅಂಡರ್ಸ್ಟ್ಯಾಂಡ್ that it is their right to get the education and it is the duty of the parent to give the education and it is the duty of the government to provide the education. The Supreme Court redefined the efforts to provide school education. Again and again, it redefines, it stresses the point that school education should be provided to all the children. Through this decision, that means decision of the Supreme Court, it provided a new hope for the children. And Supreme Court also, not only constitution, not only the government, but also the Supreme Court is of the opinion that all children should get the education. This has given a new hope for the children. Ray of light has been appeared in the society. Supreme Court of India, in its judgment in the case of Unnikrishna versus Andhra Pradesh, clearly said that under Article 21A, we have already discussed about this article, getting free and compulsory education by all children between the age of 6 and 14 years is the fundamental right of the children. This is a repeated point. ಮೂಲಭೂತ ಹಕ್ಕು. All children should get education irrespective of their caste, creed and religion. In this decision, that means the decision given by the Supreme Court, the court has said that the entire education structure beginning from Anganwadi education to higher education should be seen from holistic perspective. To view a thing wholly is called as holistic. ಸಮಗ್ರಾತ್ಮಕವಾಗಿ ಅಥವಾ ಕೂಲಂಕಷವಾಗಿ ಅಥವಾ ಪೂರ್ಣವಾಗಿ ಒಂದು ದೃಷ್ಟಿಕೋನ. So according to the Supreme Court's decision, the entire education structure starting from the Anganwadi to higher education should be viewed, or that perspective should be taken by the government. ಮಗುವಿನ ಪೂರ್ಣ ಬೆಳವಣಿಗೆ ದೃಷ್ಟಿಲಿಟ್ಕೊಂಡು ಚಿಕ್ಕ ಮಗು ಆದಾಗ ಈ ಗೌರ್ಮೆಂಟಲ್ಲಿ ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ, ಎಕನಾಮಿಕಲಿ ಬ್ಯಾಕ್ವರ್ಡ್ ಚಿಲ್ಡ್ರನ್ ವಿಲ್ ಗೋ ಟು ಅಂಗನವಾಡಿ. ನಾವೇನು LKG, UKG, ಮಾಂಟೆಸರಿ ಅಂತೆಲ್ಲ ಏನು ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ, ರೂರಲ್ ಏರಿಯಾದಲ್ಲವೆಲ್ಲ ಇರಲ್ಲ ಪಾಪ. ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ಆಫ್ ದಿ ಲ್ಯಾಕ್ ಆಫ್ ಇಂಗ್ಲೀಷ್ ಎಜುಕೇಷನ್, ಸ್ಮಾಲ್ ಚಿಲ್ಡ್ರನ್ ವಿಲ್ ಗೋ ಟು ಅಂಗನವಾಡಿ to learn the basic education. So ಅಂಗನವಾಡಿಯಿಂದ ಹೈಯರ್ ಎಜುಕೇಷನ್ ತನಕ any children belonging to any race or caste willing, that should be, the responsibility should be given by the government. As per the decision, all the citizens of the country have the basic right for education. I told you repeatedly, I am saying that education, right to education is a basic right. In very primitive society, this idea was not there. All were not getting education. Illiterates were more in number in the society. But time has changed. All the children should get the education. Now education is very, very important for the all-round development of the children. It is a part of the right to live. Unless you are not getting education, you cannot live in the society with good status and knowledge. Nowadays, education is knowledge oriented. And if education will make a man to live comfortably in a society, it is considered as a fundamental right, ಮೂಲಭೂತ ಹಕ್ಕು, and which is inevitable for the growth of the child. But inequality in opportunities in education is on the rise due to various legal issues. Legal issues means legal problems. There have been many problems from the legal side. So there are some inequalities existing in the Indian society. There is also a rise in inequality due to differential economic standards in the access to education. We can't say that only due to legal issue there has been inequality in the field of education. So economic standards in the society also counts a lot for the inequality in education. I have already told you during the beginning of my lesson that people with good amount or with good economic status or if people are economically prosperous, they will give very good education for the children. Schooling facilities will be more in urban area, whereas it is very less in rural area. And in rural area, people are not also economically very prosperous. So in such a case, what happens? Inequalities exists among the children. Still, the efforts to eradicate unequal opportunities in the field of education are on with the help of the constitutional provisions. So, both the government, through the constitution, many steps have been taken to eradicate means ಹೋಗಲಾಡಿಸೋದು, remove unequal opportunities in the field of education. So constitution also has given many provisions. Government is also taking many measures, and parents are also coming forward to provide education. So efforts are continuously made in Indian society to provide education for all the children. Now let us learn about gender inequality. Gender inequality means inequality which is existing in our society between the male and female, girls and the boys. You know very well that since especially in olden days, boys were given more importance in the society. He was given education, whereas the girls were confined to only domestic work. But time has been changed. So girls are also getting equal opportunities. In spite of many measures taken, many steps taken, girls are still in some parts of India, there has been gender inequalities. Let us see how gender inequality, which is one of the various social inequalities, gets formed. These are all considered as social inequalities. ಸಾಮಾಜಿಕ ಅಂತರ ಅಂತ ಏನು ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ. See, let us discuss how the gender inequality exists. In reality, our social perspectives are interdependent. It means one person's thoughts are influenced by others' thoughts. What happens when we live in the society? We are under the influence of our neighbors, our relatives, so many people. What happens at the social thinking or the ideas, ದೃಷ್ಟಿಕೋನ ಅಂತ ನಾವು ಹೇಳ್ಬೋದು. ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, ಸಾಮಾಜಿಕ ದೃಷ್ಟಿಕೋನ ಯಾವಾಗಲೂ ಇಟ್ ಇಂಟರ್ಡಿಪೆಂಡ್ಸ್, ಅಂದರೆ ಒಬ್ಬರಿಂದ ಒಬ್ರಿಗೆ ಬದಲಾವಣೆ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ದೇರ್ ಹ್ಯಾಸ್ ಬೀನ್ ಎ ಲಾಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಚೇಂಜಸ್ ಬಿಟ್ವೀನ್ ದ ಥಿಂಕಿಂಗ್ ಆಫ್ ಒನ್ ಪರ್ಸನ್ ಟು ಅನದರ್ ಪರ್ಸನ್. One person's thought will be completely different from the other. When we want to take some decision, usually we take opinion of so many people. One will say that it is good. Some will say that it is bad. I will give you an example. Suppose a daughter in a family gets a chance to go to abroad for higher studies, or she will have to go to a distant school. What happens? We will share our ideas. So what happens? People will give different opinions. The thoughts are interdependent. Perspectives are interdependent. Views are interdependent. One will say, one will encourage, one will discourage. So this also happens in our society. Such influences on an individual are maybe due to the thoughts of the family members or from the neighbors. Always a child will be affected by the thoughts or opinions of the family members and the neighbors. Now, ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ ಈಗ? See, I told you, I gave an example of a child. Take for example a girl child getting education abroad or going to a distant school. Some family members will say that encourage that, okay, let her go and get the education. Some will say no, don't send her, it's very difficult for her. Some will comment, some will say it is not good. So always, even our neighbors also, ಅಕ್ಕಪಕ್ಕದವ್ರು ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ, when they listen to this news, some will express their opinion positively, some will give negative opinion. ಕೆಲವ್ರು ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ ಒಳ್ಳೆಯದು, ಕೆಲವ್ರು ಬೇಡ. ಆಗೇನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, ಥಾಟ್ಸ್ ವಿಲ್ ಬಿ ಇಂಟರ್ಡಿಪೆಂಡೆಂಟ್, ಓವರ್ಲ್ಯಾಪ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಒಬ್ರು ಹೇಳಿದ್ರು ಅದು ಸರಿನಾ ತಪ್ಪು ಅನ್ನೋಕ್ಕೆ ಎಷ್ಟೋ ಸತಿ ಪೇರೆಂಟ್ಸೇ ಕನ್ಕ್ಲೂಷನ್ಗೆ ಬರೋಕ್ಕಾಗುತ್ತೆ. It will be very difficult. Hence, so the motivational issue supporting education of a boy or a girl has more in the social sphere of human life. Human life continues in a society. Society and human beings are inseparable. We always have to live in a society. ಅವಾಗ ಏನಾಗಬೇಕು, ವಿ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಟು ಮೋಟಿವೇಟ್ ದ ಚೈಲ್ಡ್ ಇನ್ ದ ಸೊಸೈಟಿ. Even the parents, surrounding members, neighbors, all should motivate the children to get the education. It will count more in the society. There is more gender-based inequality in access to school education, food and health facilities. Now, gender inequality, ಎಲ್ಲೆಲ್ಲಾಗುತ್ತೆ? Which are the fields where we find gender inequalities are school education. In rural areas, especially in remote areas, even in Bihar, ಅಂತ ಕಡೆ ಎಲ್ಲ ಹೋದ್ರೆ ನೀವು ಅಸ್ಸಾಂ, ಆಮೇಲೆ SC/STಗಳಿದ್ದಾರೆ, ಗುಡ್ಡಗಾಡ ಜನಗಳು ಅಂತ ಏನು ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ, ಟ್ರೈಬಲ್ ಪೀಪಲ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಹೋದಾಗ ಬೋತ್ ದ ಬಾಯ್ಸ್ ಅಂಡ್ ದ ಗರ್ಲ್ಸ್ ವಿಲ್ ನಾಟ್ ಎಟ್ ಆಲ್ ಗೆಟ್ ದಿ ಎಜುಕೇಶನ್. ಇನ್ ಕೆಲವು ಕಡೆ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, ದೇರ್ ವಿಲ್ ಬಿ ಫೆಸಿಲಿಟೀಸ್ ಫಾರ್ ದ ಎಜುಕೇಶನ್, ಓನ್ಲಿ ಬಾಯ್ಸ್ ವಿಲ್ ಗೆಟ್ ದ ಎಜುಕೇಶನ್. They will get access to education, schooling, and boys will get good food, nutrition, and girls will not be given. And health facilities also. Boys will be given more attention by the parents regarding education, food, and health facilities. Not in all the families. Some of the families, especially in rural area, even today, boys are given more importance than the girls. According to National Family Health Survey, a survey was conducted in the year 2015-16. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ NFHS ಅಂತಾರೆ, National Family Health Survey. A survey was carried at the national level, and rural women of Karnataka have a body mass index of 24.3, whereas the urban women are 16.2. This means the women have lesser BMI. 60.9% of the children between 6 to 56 months have severe anemia. 45.2% of the pregnant women suffer from anemia. In this scene, the development should include the food and nutrition security to the women and children. Nowadays, recently what has happened, state government has taken many measures and steps to provide nutrition and food to the pregnant women whenever they come for checkup or whenever they visit hospitals, especially government hospitals or primary health centers. They are given good medicine and food also. And even the children are provided with the good health facilities and the food, nutrition food anta kodtare. Many of the schools, thousands, lakhs of schools in India, they are providing milk, food, etc. for the all-round development of the children, especially for the health, to improve the health condition of the children. Almost all the ನೀವು ಬಿಸಿ ಊಟ ಪದ್ಧತಿ ಕೇಳಿರ್ಬೋದು. So according to this, government has made a rule that children should be given food at the school. Through this, one should try to overcome the gender-based discrimination. We should not, at least providing, when we provide food equally to both the boys and the girls, male and female, and what happens, the gender inequality will diminish, or it will, so you can, to some extent you can overcome the problem, you can minimize the problem, or discrimination can be lessened. Thanks for watching our video. We hope you have all understood about the inequalities prevalent in our society. In the next video, we will explain the next part of the lesson, that is social stratification, meaning and different types of stratification. Please keep watching our videos. Like, share and comment on all our videos. Subscribe to our channel for more videos. Contact us on the number displayed on the screen for live coaching. Thank you.